My name is Michael Wallace, co-founder of KickOffAt3.
And I'm Ashley Levien, also co-founder of KickOffAt3. So KickOffAt3, recently we've had two tournaments. So one of the tournaments that we had was actually in Hertfordshire. That was a kind of warm up to what we had, done recently at the Warren down in Bromley. So the Hertfordshire one was kind of a practice run, if you like, especially with the whole government guidelines and incorporating so much into, what we planned for the day at Hertfordshire. We had to take into account that certain things needed to be incorporated, i.e. sanitizing and social distancing. So that one was it made life a little bit easier when it came to the one that we had down at the Warren in Bromley, because we knew what to expect and we knew what we needed to add and change, if you like, and make better from what we had learned from Hertfordshire. So yeah, we've managed to run two, I'd say, successful tournaments, despite the current climate. And going forward, we've got some great plans, which I'll hand over to Mike to explain.
Yeah, so just to reiterate, both events were amazing, as Ashley said, considering the challenges, and really and truly, it resonates the community and the young people and those we're supporting. Let's not forget, with all, those that we bring to the table and everybody supporting each other. This is about the community. This is about the young people. And I think it was really integral that we had the community being a part of the planning, the organisation of both events. So we had some real key community members that, without their support, their help, it just wouldn't have been possible. And, there's so many, but, there's some specific individuals that really supported us, certainly down in Hertfordshire, Teresa from the local community of London Coney, a young lady named Shelley, Verity Bramwell, one of our ambassadors, does our website for us, does a lot of work for us, Sophia, Helen Adamu, just real community people, some local businesses in St Albans, Eyes in St Albans, Vernon Radio Sport, Tony Rice, just so many people in the community, instrumental, in bringing this together, without, and really these people are really important to mention, because without their skills, we wouldn't be able to tell the story. And we have to really say a big thank you to David Wendell from, or Wendell, shall I say, from Street Mike, and also the lovely, adorable June Niles from JB and Son Photography. Without their images of the filming that Wendell does so well, and the engagement, and then lovely June with her amazing photography, that without them helping us piece the story, telling the story. And then, fantastic backroom staff. When I say backroom staff, they don't like to be at the forefront. They keep us in check. They're the engine room of our team, and that's a massive thank you to Deborah Thomas and Tracy Washington. They're the ones who really keep me and Ashley in check and give us a bit of a little clip behind the ear, shall I say, when we're not on track of it, especially when I talk too much. They get me back on time, so they help me to keep me on time. So they're massive. They're massive supporters, and just everybody, the Royal Air Force, sports side, just so many key partners.
Rose at
Morrison's. I believe you've interviewed Rose, Katrina Lewis, who helped us with JD Sports vouchers, Sabrina, people, Sean Pascal from Black Wall Street Media.
There's loads.
So Steve from Proud and Gifted. You know, we better stop now because we'll probably forget somebody and we get told off. So just thank each and everybody for just bringing it together. And I think I'm going to pass back on to Ashley because we would say the Warren a couple of weeks ago to date, and we've had an amazing journey, amazing events all around the country. But the Warren was, for us, that was one of our best moments. And I think Ash will speak about just that and you know, just about the team that won.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you look at, you know, the current climate and, you know, you wouldn't expect so many young people and parents and partners to come out, you know, with everything that's going on. But we had 13 teams that attended on the day. So you're looking at like 130 kids. And then you had the parents, and then you had all of our supporters. So, you know, there was, I'll say about 250, maybe 300 people there on the day, obviously adhering to social distancing. But, you know, just the overall feel of the day with the challenge, it was so good. It was so good. And, you know, like Mike said, I would like to personally thank everyone that supported KickOffAt3 to date. Without them and without, you know, our ethos, which is, you know, keeping the long-term relationships, you know, not only with young people in the police, but with our partners as well. You know, without everyone that's helped us and contributed to KickOffAt3, you know, we wouldn't be where we are today. So, you know, a big thank you to everyone. But yeah, I mean, the team that actually won the tournament, big shout out to Kingswood Blues. They were a team that actually had never played in any tournaments or football matches before. They were put together by, I believe it was the parents. Was it the parents that put them together?
Yeah, local parents from the Kings. I mean, people know that I'm a police officer in Southwark and Lambeth. I'm a youth engagement officer as well as the co-founder of KickOffAt3. So my day-to-day job is not KickOffAt3. It's actually working in the community and using the ethos of KickOffAt3 to build the relationships with the community. And this is where it's integral. PC Tom Smith, who works at Southwark Youth Engagement Team, he was actually instrumental in, you know, working with the parents of Kettering Community Group, because they're the ones that helped form the team of boys from a local estate in Dulwich. And PC Tom Smith, he was doing a lot of work with them over the summer period, being a father figure, being a mentor, guiding them. And I said to PC Tom Smith, look, you know, these guys, you know, if they love football, get them to play in our tournament. So there he went and found facilities for them to train at Dulwich College. And a big thank you to Dulwich College for allowing the police and the community to come together, because that's the ethos. Gave them a safe space to weekly train, which was led by Aisha Kamara, which amazing woman. She does some fantastic work in her own right, you know, does work in See Alone and helping young people. So she's somebody that's really integral in the community, because this can't be done alone without, you know, the police can't do everything, you know, and that's why it's integral. And that's why our ethos, linking in with people in community, doing things in their own right. And I should just, she was regularly training with the boys, or training them, preparing them, their mindsets. PC Tom Swift was offering the support. The police were the ones that actually brought them along in the morning with a local school minibus, which was fantastic. From, I believe the minibus was from Harris Academy, down in Dulwich Peckham. So real community schools, getting young people there. These young boys that come from the same local area in Cougars, but they were brought together as a family, never played in a competitive tournament before. And I do remember, and I remember this very well, that they were one of the first teams to turn up on a day at the Warren on the 18th of October. And, you know, they came, and 15 of them. I was like, wow, where they all come from. But what was so integral, it was all women that were actually leading them, guiding them, mentoring and talking to them. And you should see their faces. They were like, they started seeing the teams, and then we had teams from Luton FC, Chelsea Kicks, teams, St Matthew's Point, teams that play regularly, in competition. So you can see their young faces thinking, I don't think in their minds, I don't think they thought they had the opportunities. But as the competition went along, they grew in confidence, grew in stature. You had, the parents that was really supporting. That's the key, and that's the ethos. Having parents really supporting your children. The reality of the children in the world that we live in today. Parents so busy working. COVID-19 has affected everybody. Sometimes there might have been parents there that maybe not have seen their child play football before, or seen them coming together as a unity. So I think, integral what we're doing, and for a team, you just would have seen the joy in their faces, and, and the players of the tournament, will come from King's Blue, Musa and Nadine, young Nadine, only 12 years old. By rights, he actually shouldn't be played in the tournament, but I don't think they were actually going to play him because he was so young, but their main players had injuries. So he's one of the youngest players that they said, look, you've got to get on, and they played it. And he ended up actually getting play of the tournament. And, we have to say a big thank you to Jamal Lewis from Newcastle United that kindly donated his football boots and some sports clothing to the young man that we presented on the day. So you should have just seen, a lot of people have seen the pictures, the wonderful pictures by, June Niles. And, we had some guest photographers there as well. We bring everybody, PC Paul Slater and Clive. We had Clive was doing the drone images for us, the images from the sky. So just everybody coming together and empower these young people, and everybody. And I'll say this of all everybody loved those young boys, loved what they achieved. Everybody was cheering for them. Everybody was happy. The Plymouth girls that came down all that way from Plymouth, and they stayed right to the end. Got to mention Ruby, the goalkeeper tournament, absolutely amazing. Mm. Just, ambassadors, Paul Canaval, Marcus Gale, Sabrina, just so many people. And there's one person we haven't mentioned, and I think it's important that we do mention him, because without him, to be honest, the tournament wouldn't have happened, because we was on, we was on the phone to him lastminute.com, ringing out. He was probably getting fed up our phone calls, but that's Drew Patterson from the London FA. He was, as I said, he was a part of our planning. He was advising us, to be honest, up until the Thursday, Friday, just before the weekend of the event. There was regulations were changing.
We're really sure.
And we're putting a tier system, and people are not sure, can you, can't you? We're all a bit confused, but he made the necessary phone calls to the London FA Chief Executive Officer, and we were going to be obviously guided by them, and they gave us the green light to say, no, you can go ahead. We're happy. We like your risk assessment, and I've got to thank Katrina Lewis, because she was instrumental in that risk assessment that the Royal Air Force felt was really well put together. We tweaked it with support from Verity Bramwell, but yeah, we worked. Our ambassadors helped us. It was a massive team effort, and we just can't thank everybody. But I think one of the key things behind this event is there's still not enough people know actually what we're doing, and this is really a real call out, a real massive call out to police forces around the country. If you don't know what we're doing, how we're doing it, please get in contact with us. We're on social media, all social media channels. Our website is www.kickoffat, as in 3, the number 3.co.uk. Look at our website, you'll find us. We need the police. You know, I think this is really, it's appropriate, really, more Ashley to come in there. We need the police to work with community members more. We've got a ready-made template, a ready-made formula, very successful. Need to link in us, you know, look at what we're doing across the Met Police and across the constabularies. Too many of us are working in solo. We need to work together, support one another. You know, you run it locally, but you use the same template that everybody's working together. Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you know, it's going now to, I think, our future. You know, what we want to do in the future and how we move forward. I think one of the key things in regards to building the relationships between the young people and the communities and the police is, you know, doing stuff on a more regular basis. I mean, we run the tournaments, you know, once a year, you know, all over the UK, and then we have our national finale. But I think if we, you know, with our plans to actually deliver more regular sessions, maybe on a weekly, daily basis, getting more young people involved, and then hopefully, I'm touching wood and keeping my fingers crossed, we can get more, you know, police officers involved at those sessions to then actually really build the relationships. Because I mean, it's good, you know, having regular sessions, but you know, we really need police officers there, you know, so that the young people can see who they're, you know, who's protecting them, if you like, and then they can really build those relationships that way. So I think, you know, going forward, our plan is to deliver more regular sessions. You know, linking in the police into those regular sessions, and really kind of pushing the work that we are doing now, but doing it on a more regular basis. Still having the tournaments, obviously, and that way, with the tournaments that we're running every year, we already have the young people and the communities there that we can signpost to the tournaments. So I think it'd make life a lot easier. And like I said, you know, the main focus is trying to build the relationships again between the communities and the police. And I think that way we'd be able to do that a lot easier.
And also, actually, I think we'll give exclusive to you. This is the first time we've done an interview talking about those regular sessions and maintaining and building up to the future tournaments. And the exclusive is that we'll give to MyPov is that we're going to be, after the Christmas, we've been kindly offered some free facilities in Hertfordshire, London, Coney, St Albans, where we'll be looking to run free football sessions at a local leisure centre under the umbrella of KickOffAt3. We're currently looking for a male or female coach to support these sessions with opportunities for development, joining our team, training, and the opportunity as well, if they're successful, possibly travelling with us, because we've had interest from Cyprus to run a tournament over in Cyprus. We've also had interest from Canada, and also if we can pull it off, still a lot of work to be done, but where my parents are from Jamaica, and Ashley's got links to the West Indies as well. If we can pull off a tournament, get off a tournament in Jamaica as well, utilising the links, the police, you know, utilising what they're doing, because we're all wanting to do the same things. We all want to, the police all want to build trust with the young people. We all want to engage with our diverse communities. We all want to know a better way forward. We all know that there's been mistakes. That's, you know, it's been open and transparent. We know from the first report there's some key learning. By using the ethos of KickOffAt3, and please, we're not taking away what other people are doing. You know, there's other organisations doing great work to build. But if you look across the country, I'm not quite sure. And we was told this by journalists that they tell us that they haven't seen anything as big as what we're doing by bringing all the police forces together and working from the same hymn sheet. We was told that by journalists. I mean, if you look across the media, it's all positive. You know, we're giving great positive media for our young people. there's too much negativity around young people. If you're talking about the current climate of mental health, you're talking around the issues around Black Lives Matters. We're talking about health and well-being. We're talking about, with our new campaign that we've got, that we're going to be starting from tomorrow, the 5th of November through to 2nd of December, where we're going to be doing a cycling challenge named SpinOffAt3. But it's not just about cycling. You can run, you can walk, you can use a scooter, you can do it while social distancing, raising awareness. This is the key. We're all, from all backgrounds, we've all got maybe possible health issues, and this is about coming together, and that's what we'll be doing through SpinOffAt3. Myself and Ashley, as a co-founders, we're proud to support a young lady named Ira, a family actually from Cambridgeshire, but who's reached out to a friend of the family, have asked us if we can support, and this is where I think it's important that not just from a police perspective, but the community, we come together. That could be our son, that could be our daughter, looking for a blood stem donor match. We'll be supporting the DKMS organisation that raises awareness and tries and helps those in need of a blood stem donor match, which they work very much similar to the African Caribbean Leukemia Trust charity that was founded by Oren Lewis and Beverly DeGale, who unfortunately they lost their son Daniel DeGale, through leukemia and complications thereafter, finding a blood stem donor match. So it's really important that we all come together to support these invaluable causes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, times like this, I keep mentioning it, but these are, very weird and different times. And I think as a community, it's more important now than ever. I believe that we all come together and, really support each other. There's going to be so many, just difficult things moving forward. Like Mike said, in terms of mental health, unfortunately we haven't seen anything yet. I think the whole lockdown is going to make it so much worse. So everyone pulling together, I think we're stronger as a group, as a unit. And I think if we all pull together, we can all help each other and really make a difference. So looking forward to the plans for KickOffAt3 and everyone that's involved in KickOffAt3 and what we're trying to achieve and what we can do moving forward.
Yeah, and I, as well as that, just to kind of I'll say close on that, I think there's a lot of learning that could be done, education through what we're doing, educating people's mindsets about health and well-being, about cultural differences, cultural challenges. It's about learning and understanding each and everyone's values. We're all different, and so if we're all different, there's going to be some kind of clashes at times. But by all coming together through KickOffAt3, it's for the good. We can learn from one another, and it's about let's have those honest conversations. And this is me just being very open and honest. There's a lot of people doing a lot of talking. And we can talk and we have meetings about meetings, but actually, I had a conversation with somebody yesterday. They were inviting me to a steering group. And I said, well, yeah, but what are you actually doing? I come to the group, but what are you doing to address issues? We're talking about it. We're having these roundhouse table discussions. Who's sitting at the table? Have you got young people sitting at the table to hear their views? And so we have to have those honest conversations to go forward and be prepared to take criticism. We all don't like criticism. Let's be honest. But we honestly put a hand. Ashley's taught me some things.
Vice versa.
And as well. It's about those honest conversations, and then you're learning. Because you remember as well, there's a lot of time people are doing things and they're so caught up in their own world they don't realise they're doing it until somebody actually says to them, "Look, I'd rather you let's talk about it." So I've learned some things. we're all not perfect, but it's for the good.